Hello everyone, this is Manohar Reddy, Department of Cybersecurity, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today I am going to explain you the concept of ICMP Smurf attacks. ICMP Smurf attacks. So there are different types of attacks are there. In the real-time environment, there are different types of attacks are there. Among that all the attacks, Smurf attacks are also one type of attacks. Smurf attack also one type of attacks. So there are different types of attacks available with the help of ICMP messages. So one is mapping network topology, router discover attacks, Smurf attacks. So like the way different types of attacks are there, distributed denial of service attacks. All these attacks are under categorization of attacking the system, targeting the system to find the information about the systems. So here the Smurf attacks. So what is meant by Smurf attack actually? What is meant by Smurf attack? So here it is one type of distributed denial of service attack. There are a lot of attacks are there. Through system, through network, through data, there are different chances are there. Among that all, a Smurf attack is one type of distributed denial of service attack, and also called as denial of service attack or distributed denial of service attack, that overwhelm that a network with a high volume of requests. So high volume of requests, that is nothing but in the real time the systems are connected with the help of network, and by sending echo requests and echo replies, all the systems are communicated together. All the systems are communicated through the network. With the help of the network topologies, also they are going to be communicated with each and every system. So at this moment, these Smurf attacks are done really with the help of high volume of requests. So here the Smurf attacks send a flood of internet control message protocol requests. So sending multiple ICMP requests, to the target system, is called as Smurf attacks. Sending multiple number of ICMP requests to the target system is called as Smurf attacks. So Smurf attacks are diverting the system to do not having a correct connection to the target. So here the ICMP request to the target network to exploit IP vulnerabilities and significantly slow or shut down devices on the network. So here the Smurf attacks main importance is what? The targeting the network, targeting the system to exploit IP vulnerabilities. That is nothing but what are the loopholes that are having a chance to attacking on the target system. So to exploit that IP vulnerabilities and making slow or shut down the system, shut down the devices on the network, these Smurf attacks plays an important role in the network. So Smurf attacks are that much having high impact on the system to shut down the devices or network. In a Smurf attack, the data are ICMP echo requests. So that is what we understand here. The Smurf attacks, the data are ICMP echo requests. With the help of this flooded ICMP requests, flooded is nothing but sending multiple requests at one time, at one moment or at one time, or pings, sending ICMP requests or pings. The attack uses devices connected to the network to create a botnet. So a botnet is nothing but a group of bots. So here the connected network to creating botnet that overwhelms the network with a high volume of pings. With a high volume of pings. So here the Smurf attack sends the data in the form of ICMP echo requests or pings, sending multiple pings or sending multiple ICMP echo requests. So by sending all the multiple echo requests, they are creating a botnet. They are creating a botnet. With the help of that botnet, a botnet is going to be attacking on the target system. That botnet is going to be attacking on the target system. So that indicates that Smurf attacks is one type of distributed denial of service attack. Distributed denial of service attacks. So by doing this, by attacking on the target systems, they can shut down services, disrupt website visitors, and lead customers to competitor websites. Shut down services, disrupt website visitors, lead customers to competitor websites, and it also be a cover up for more serious threats like data theft or intentionally property theft. Data theft or intentionally property theft. So by attacking all these Smurf attacks, the main thing is what the shutdowning the systems or service or get down, service get slow down, and customers lost their identities, customers diverting, all these types of problems will happen. All these types of problems will happen. Why is it called a Smurf attack actually? That attack is called as Smurf attack actually. Why it is called as? The Smurf attack is named after an exploit tool called Smurf. An exploit tool called Smurf that was popular in 1990s. At the moment of 1990s, an exploit tool called Smurf is the main important tool. So the ICMP packets created by this tool, ICMP packets are created by this tool were very small but took down big targets. So they are creating with a small number of boards, or small number of chunks that creates a large amount of threat. That creates a large amount of threats. So taking similar to the characters in the popular cartoons, name the Smurfs, names the Smurf. So with this tool, they are creating some ICMP packets are creating with this tool only. We can say the Smurf attacks. We can say this as a Smurf attack. So how does a Smurf attack work actually? How does a Smurf attack work actually? So a Smurf attack works similar to a ping flood. Similar to the ping flood. So sending multiple pings target, sending multiple pings target, sending multiple pings target. So it's working like a ping flood attacks. It's working like a ping flood attack. So ping floods are also DDoS attacks that overload target networks with the ICMP echo requests. So they are overloading the network with this ICMP echo request. Thus, they are sending ICMP echo request to the target system with a bunch of amount of requests. The bunch of amount of requests. The difference is that a Smurf attack does more damage by using all the devices connected to the target network. The difference is that what Smurf attack does more damage. So comparing with ping flood attacks, Smurf attacks does more damage by using all the devices connected to the targeted network. So whatever the devices are connected to the network, all these devices connected to the network are more damaged by these Smurf attacks. Smurf attacks. Here we can see a hacker uses a hacker H1 or host 1. They can use a spoofed IP addresses. They can use a spoofed IP address to send an ICMP echo request. To send an ICMP request to the host 2. To the host 2. So here the hacker H1 uses a spoofed IP address to send echo request to the host 2. Send echo request to the host 2. Setting of an automatic response. Setting of an automatic response. The time it takes for the response to come back to the host 1 measures the distance between two hosts. So once I send the request to the second host, it will give the response. So the response to come back to the host 1, it measures that the distance between two hosts. Then when an ICMP echo request is sent to the broadcast network, it initiates a response from every IP address connected to the network. It initiates a response from every IP address connected to the network. So all these systems are connected to the network. So once it initiates the response from every network, like a computer security exploit, Smurf attacks takes the advantage of this vulnerability to maximize the damage. So here, from this, a Smurf attack is a type of DDoS attack, that is nothing but a distributed denial of service attack that uses IP spoofing to take down networks. So here, the attacker creates a botnet. Attackers create a botnet with the help of multiple ICMP echo requests. This botnet attacking the systems. Each and every system got infected by this botnet, so that all the systems are handed over to the botnet. So now all these systems are attacking to the target system. The target system is connected with the network, and the devices which are connected to the network on this target or everything get damaged. Everything will get damaged. So here, how a denial of service Smurf attacks works. So here, how a denial of service or Smurf attacks works. Here, the malware creates a network package. First of all, a malware which is nothing but a bad program. Which contains all the programming language syntax, and which creates a network package. And the ICMP ping messages are sent to the targeted IP address. So first of all, creating one network package, and sending these ICMP ping messages are sent to the targeted IP addresses. So target is here. After creating this malware network package, ICMP ping messages are sent to the targeted system. So continuous ecosystems, continuous ICMP echo requests are reached to the target system. So this is the way that are being worked. And creating this, all the ICMP requests are nothing but creating botnet. There is nothing but a group of bots. So each bot is attacked on the system with the help of this botnet. That is nothing but a group of all bots are going to be attacking on the target system. So that all the devices which are connected to the network, which are connected to the system, and which are connected with the data transmission also get more damaged. So for that, we are taking that challenge on to provide security for all the devices which are connected to the network, to the host, and to forward the data transmission. And what are the different types of Smurf attacks? So one is basic Smurf attack, and second one is advanced Smurf attacks, and third one through downloaded software or applications. So basic Smurf attacks. So basic Smurf attacks are nothing but the Smurf attacks are really like normal device attacks. And advanced Smurf attacks get more damaged by creating a different malwares on the target system. and through downloaded or software applications. Through downloaded or software applications. So some of the applications are not trusted or not digitally certified softwares. Digitally certified or signed softwares. So if we download the softwares all, that will have some different malware programs. So that if I download that softwares, automatically the malware programs are loaded into our system. At that moment, all the malware programs are interacting with the programs which are inside of the system. So here, what is the difference between Smurf and Fragile attacks? So Fragile attacks are also one type of attacks. So Smurf attacks are also one type of attack. But Smurf attacks are a type of DDoS attacks. Smurf attacks are a type of DDoS attacks. But a Fragile attacks are, it is a variant of Smurf attack. So Smurf attacks are DDoS attacks, but Fragile attacks are a variant of Smurf attacks. So a Fragile attack is a variant of Smurf attack, where Smurf attack sends ICMP echo requests, but Fragile attacks send UDP requests. The only thing is what Smurf attacks sends ICMP echo requests. But Fragile attacks are one type of variants, and those sends UDP requests. User Datagram Protocol requests. So Smurf and Fragile attacks use different methods. They are using different attacking methods, but both target IP vulnerabilities to get similar result. Even they are having the different methods to targeting the system, but the IP vulnerabilities to get the similar result. They will get similar result even they perform different scanning techniques, different methods, different attacking methods also. They will get a similar result. So how to prevent a Smurf attacks? So one is the way to disable IP broadcasting. So IP, that means we can able to hide the IP address by providing some certain tools, some certain techniques. So this feature sends data packets to all devices on a given network. It's exactly what Smurf attacks rely on to increase their attack surface. It's exactly what some Smurf attacks rely on to increase their attack surface. And disable IP broadcasting on all network routers. So disable is the option to hide your data, hide your IP address, to do not show to the other users. And second one is what? Configure hosts and routers. So Smurf attacks weaponize ICMP echo requests. And we can configure hosts and routers to ignore these requests. So configuration of the routers and the hosts are significantly and systematically very securable. That means the routers as well as the systems, has to configure very significantly and securely to ignore these types of ICMP echo requests. And also equip your device with powerful anti-malware protections like AVG antivirus software. So this is one anti-malware protection. Which provides a free of cost of the software, but within the limited of time it has to be expired and they have to renew it. So some sort of a security softwares, anti-malware protections also has to save your data and save your systems from malwares. So The attacks are being the events that are used to steal the data from your system, from your network, or from your data. However, it may be, the approaches, the attacks are approaches, they are going to steal all the data. So here, one is the AVG antivirus protection antivirus software, which performs the scanning of the virus or malware scanning. It provides basic protection for the computer. It gives the protection for computer. It gives the protection for web and emails, and which gives the protection for full from the hackers attacks, and it provides some privacy mechanisms, and it provides some privacy mechanism. So after clicking on the run smart scan, your system has to be scanned entirely. Your system has to be scanned entirely. So here AVG antivirus is free, also blocks dangerous attachments and phishing links that can put your data at risk. So install AVG and to get real-time threat protection. Install AVG. That is one anti-malware protection that provides some set of security process, some sort of security things that you are going to that you're not going to lose your data or lose your system. So this is the basic protection level. Not only I have AVG antivirus, there are different types of antivirus malware softwares out there. So AVG is one, Kaspersky is one, Norton is one type of software, Avast is one type of software, Bitdefender is one type of software. Like this, all the different types of some anti-malware protection softwares. Anti-malware protection softwares. Some of the tools are commercial tools. Some of the tools are open tools. Some of the tools are commercial tools, and some of the tools are open source tools, which you can download freely, or the open source which you can download by paying some amount of money as the commercial tools. But every time you have to upgrade the antivirus softwares. Upgrade the antivirus softwares. That gives the different way of scanning techniques. That gives the different way of scanning techniques, as well as they will find all the viruses or malwares by doing the scanning. They will fix all the bugs or all the threats. They will fix all the bugs or all the threats. So by installing that all the antivirus softwares or anti-malware protection softwares, you can keep your systems or data or network has to be safe. You can keep your system or data or network has to be safe. So this is the way we can install or we can find the solution to do not lose our data or do not damage our system from the different types of attacks. Let me revise the topics which we discussed in this session actually. So here we discussed Smurf attacks. So what is meant by Smurf attack actually? So it is also one type of DDoS attack, as we said. So DDoS attacks are nothing but they are attacking the target system by creating more number of bots. So creating more number of bots is nothing but botnet. We can call it as botnet. Creating more number of bots is nothing but botnet. So to attacking on the target system, the Smurf attack sends some ICMP echo requests. Sends some ICMP echo requests. So by sending that, those who are replied with that ICMP echo request, they will have more damage by attacking all the attacks. They will have more damage by attacking these attacks. And why it is called as Smurf attack means in 1990s an exploit tool creates a ICMP request and sending to all the systems, so that attacks start at that moment. And how it works means it works like DDoS attacks by sending ICMP echo requests more, and they will damage more the systems and devices which are connected to the network also. And here the working process, how the Smurf attack works to target other network systems. And here how the denial of service Smurf attacks works. So creating package, malware creates a network package, and then next is sending ICMP ping messages to the targeted IP addresses, and sending continuous echo requests or echo replies to bring down the network, to bring down the network. And here the types of networks. So basic Smurf networks, basic Smurf attacks, advanced Smurf attacks, and through downloaded softwares and applications. And here, what is the difference between Smurf and Fragile attacks? So Smurf is a type of DDoS attack, but a Fragile attacks are the variant of Smurf attacks. Fragile attacks are the variant of Smurf attacks. They can perform the attack methods are same, but the they are using different methods to attacking, but they will get the similar result. They will get the similar result. So the ways you can prevent some Smurf attacks by disable your IP address, disable by IP broadcasting, and configure your hosts and routers are to be very securely. Configure your hosts and routers are to be very securely. So for this, we can also have some certain anti-malware protection softwares. Example like AVG is one type of antivirus software which provides different types of scanning techniques, malware scanning techniques, and because of that, we are saying that is all malware functioning software, anti-malware softwares. So by doing this, by installing this all antivirus softwares, you can protect your systems and you can protect your data. You can protect your network also. And for every year or for every term, there is a chance of upgrading your softwares. So by upgrading the antivirus softwares, you are going to protect your systems are more securely. You are going to protect your systems are more securely, as well as data has to be more securely. Data is to be more securely. So that's about Smurf attacks and different types of Smurf attacks, and how we are going to prevent that Smurf attacks on the targeted system or in the network. So that's about the Smurf attacks. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.